Once upon a time, in a land far away, there was a mighty kingdom ruled by a powerful king named Darius. This was the Persian Empire, and it stretched as far as the eye could see. But in this great kingdom, there was a man named Daniel, known for his wisdom, kindness, and strong faith in God. Daniel wasn't just any man. He was a trusted advisor to King Darius. He was one of 3 administrators that all chief representatives of the kingdom of Persia reported to. In fact, the king thought so highly of him that he planned to make Daniel the leader over the entire kingdom. But this didn't sit well with the other advisors and officials. They were jealous of Daniel's success and his closeness with the king. These men, filled with envy, decided they needed to find a way to bring Daniel down. But there was a problem. Daniel was faithful, honest, and had never done anything wrong. So they came up with a devious plan. The officials went to King Darius with a suggestion. They said, "Your Majesty, we think it would be wise if you made a law, one that says for the next 30 days, no one is allowed to pray to anyone except to you, the great king." The king, flattered by the idea of being worshipped, agreed. He didn't know it was a trap, so the law was signed into existence and it became unchangeable. But here's the thing, Daniel couldn't follow that law. You see, Daniel had always prayed to God every single day, 3 times a day. He believed in God and trusted him with his whole heart. So when the law was made, Daniel didn't stop praying. He continued as he always had, praying in front of an open window toward Jerusalem. The officials saw Daniel and they were quick to report it to King Darius. "Your Majesty," they said, "Daniel is breaking the law. He's praying to his God instead of honoring you." King Darius was devastated. He had no idea that his friend Daniel would be caught in such a trap. But the law was the law, and even the king could not change it. He had no choice but to order Daniel's punishment. And so Daniel was thrown into a dark pit, one filled with hungry lions. The pit was a place of certain death. As Daniel was lowered in, the king, heartbroken, called out to him, "May your God, whom you serve so faithfully, rescue you." A stone was placed over the opening of the den and sealed. But even in the pit, surrounded by danger, Daniel remained unafraid. He trusted God with all his heart, knowing that God would protect him. That night, King Darius couldn't sleep. He stayed awake, praying that Daniel would be safe. When the sun rose, he rushed to the lion's den, and with trembling hands, he ordered the stone to be rolled away. To everyone's amazement, Daniel was alive. Not a scratch on him. The lions hadn't touched him. Daniel said to the king, "God sent his angel to shut the mouths of the lions. They haven't harmed me, because I was found innocent in his sight." The king was overjoyed, and he ordered Daniel to be pulled out of the pit. And from that moment on, the king wrote a decree and declared that everyone in his kingdom should respect Daniel's God, the God who had protected him. And so Daniel continued to serve God and the king faithfully for the rest of his days. He had shown the world that no matter what dangers we face, faith in God can give us the strength to overcome. Daniel's story reminds us that even when the odds are against us, we are never alone if we trust in God's protection. Remember, in the face of fear, trust in God. He is always with us.